video. I seen the title was going down. We got Jessica Tarlov. Y'all know how I feel about this whole situation with the speaking of her, the thoughts, you know, all the above. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely appreciate y'all checking out this video. Make sure y'all go check out Doug, Exile, and description box down below. Let's get in the video.
The Five's Jessica Tarlov visits Bill Maher's show. And she ends up doing a huge cell phone. So does Bill Maher. On there acknowledging that Trump is the king of that party. Just there is no Republican Party outside of the MAGA movement as far as it being the strong core of the party. And this argument's been going on for a couple of years. Is in the end, when Trump at 2020, would the Republican Party go back to what the Republicans call normal, which is failure? Or are they going to become MAGA forever? And now they're saying it's MAGA forever. Specifically, watch this next clip coming up because they really kind of spell it out for you. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm the creator of Earthworm Jim, The Neverhood, Nickelodeon's Cat Scratch. And now I'm not doing comic book entertainment. I'm bringing you the news as entertainment. And we're the happiest patriots on earth right here in Exile. So thanks for hanging with us. Give us a sub. Let's go.
The Republican Party is just the MAGA party now, right?
I think so. I felt that way for a while, and there were a few kind of glimmers.
Did you hear that pause? She's, to have to admit it is very difficult for these people. But
I feel like that's not, I just feel like it's not her thoughts. Like, I don't be trying to be thinking too in deep with stuff, but you can't be that in denial. You can't be that. You just can't, like...
Democrat like Jessica Tarlov, they see it as a good thing that the Republican Party is turning MAGA because they think MAGA is going to be the defeat of the Republican Party. They don't realize that MAGA is the only thing that the Republican Party really has to win on anymore.
Having spent a lot of time in the conservative ecosystem, these are things that I pay attention to.
Right.
Why is this one more useful than this one, for instance? And Kevin McCarthy comes off as someone normal.
Jessica is talking about how McCarthy came off as normal but wasn't normal. I disagree with that. I think he came off as normal and was normal and largely not as effective as Mike Johnson. There's division on the Republican side on this. There's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Remember, she really likes Kevin McCarthy and is not a big fan of Mike Johnson. But I am a big fan of his. I think it was a good move for Matt Gaetz to get that replacement. Jessica Tarlov is saying Mike Johnson is way more Christian and way more right-wing and way more MAGA than Kevin McCarthy was. She sees it as bad. I see it as something good.
He is not normal, right? He's someone who had a day where he said, you know, Donald Trump was responsible for January 6th, and the next day he was at Mar-a-Lago throwing back martinis and hanging out with the crew.
Oh yeah, these are all their spooky issues. The life issue and traditional marriage. She's like, Mike Johnson's on the wrong side.
Whatever. And then we get this guy who's a lawyer, who has a long career of going after these kind of social issues. You already mentioned it in the monologue.
Notice she wouldn't say that about Kevin McCarthy, which to me is an indictment against McCarthy, that he's not on board with social issues. And if the Republicans abandon social issues, and I know this is iffy on the MAGA side, they're going to lose a whole lot of the evangelical MAGA vote.
About the sodomy laws, criminalizing homosexuality. He was, in the election integrity front, he wasn't just someone who signed on. He was an architect of the plan to get our votes thrown out in Pennsylvania and Georgia and Michigan.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not, if he's the actual architect. I always thought it was more a John Eastman thing. Because certainly Mike Johnson isn't being indicted in Fulton County for election integrity stuff. So I do believe that he was open to the idea of Trump having a different opinion on the election results. Mike Johnson did. And Kevin McCarthy largely threw Trump under the bus, but he and Trump had a long-time friendship, so Trump kind of preserved McCarthy. The main thing is, I think it's all a wash. The thing that's not a wash is, what is Mike Johnson going to do today for MAGA? And is he good for MAGA today? And is Trump doing well in the Republican Party today? And all across the board on that stuff, it's a hardcore yes. It's all turning out well for Trump, for MAGA, for Mike Johnson.
He is so much more frightening in that sense. But I do think, and obviously want to hear what you guys think about this as well, I think it is a good thing for Democrats that he was made speaker.
Jessica's saying that it's good that Mike Johnson's speaker because it exposes him. Okay, fine. She's also saying it's good that he's speaker because we're getting clarity on this guy, who he really is and what MAGA really is, meaning she's acknowledging that whatever Kevin McCarthy was, he was not as MAGA or as clear or as socially scary as Mike Johnson is. She sees it as bad. I see it as good.
Because everything is laid bare now. If you listen to his interviews, you know exactly who this party is. And Democrats can run against that. It's harder to run against Kevin McCarthy, who might feel more normal to you.
Mike Johnson is telling the truth, so it's easier for Democrats to run against it. And for Democrats to lose against running against the truth. If Trump being blunt and honest will win, if Mike Johnson being blunt and honest will win or not, if MAGA being blunt and honest will win or not, or if we should be hiding and hiding behind the gray areas like Kevin McCarthy. I disagree with that. I say lean into it and let's go hard, and we're going to win all the way. President Trump this fall, I'm dug in.
Now, I feel like that's going to hurt a lot of people. I feel like it's going to hurt a lot of people. It shouldn't hurt a lot of people by all means. It shouldn't hurt a lot of people at all. Just for the simple fact of, like I said before, when he was in office, nobody complained. Nobody complained about nothing. But now all of a sudden, they complaining, putting everything on him. When there's somebody in office right now that, you know, come on. I mean, I don't want to, you know, talk too crazy, but I'm just being real about the whole situation. There's people that's gonna be, you know, mad about the fact, because I see it. You know, I definitely see it. And for people to put him through so much stuff that he's going through right now, like I said, it's gonna be history. It's gonna be history. One once, you know, and then for him to go through all this stuff and to win again, it's gonna hurt a lot of people. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. You already know what's going down. I'm telling y'all, just be patient, you know, be cool, you know, and trust me. I feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like we looking at history right now. A lot of the things that's been happening. Y'all know we've been covering Fannie. We've been covering a lot of stuff, and one thing about it is everything turning around, and things are looking good. Make sure you hit the like with that subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.